Hey guys, while we are continuing to clean up around the barn, we're going to take a look back over the past year in 2025, but in a slightly different way. We are going to give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown to 2026. 3 successes, 2 fails, and 1 big project that's going to lead us in to the new year. We have been at our new farm location just over a year, closing on this property December of 2024. And we intentionally went into 2025 with the mindset of learning about the land, seeing the different areas of the property that we wanted to attack first, but not doing anything that we would have to dig up, rebuild, and move again. And that leads us into our first accomplishment in 2025, and that was clearing the land. And we hired Walker Logistics to come out and forestry mulch the land. We could see the beauty behind all the brush, but once they cleared it out, it made a huge impact. This set the foundation for all future projects here on the farm. And our next big success in 2025 brings us right up here to our chicken pasture. We processed over 300 pasture-raised chickens, plus had multiple people come and learn how to raise their own meat birds. And moving the birds twice a day not only made them healthier, but it also helped heal the land. This was a neglected hayfield, and now you can see the difference in the green grass that it's growing. And our next accomplishment in 2025 brings me down here to where we just recently had our pigs. We raised our 3 Idaho pasture pigs for just over a year. These pigs were so fun to be around and taught us a lot about rotational grazing animals. We also got our meat handler's license so we could sell our fresh pasture-raised pork to the public. And this brings us to our next segment as we look back over 2025, and that's our 2 failures. The first one was this garden. We tried the bucket garden method and it was an absolute failure. I don't think we got hardly any. Sorry about that. You okay? Even video in this section is a fail. I don't think we got any produce, maybe just a few from our buckets. We did cucumbers, we did tomatoes, but definitely going into 2026 is we have got to revamp our garden. Now, the one thing that was successful was our potato box. We are going to continue to do this next year. It even grew some potatoes even to recently. There's one right there. But this thing did great. That was a success. But the garden, fail. And the second fail, which we had to learn the hard way, was our land maintenance. We rotationally grazed our Idaho pasture pigs, which is great. We will never stop rotationally grazing our animals. This is the reality of homesteading. Yes, they will be due to move pretty soon. But where we did it on the property actually ended up damaging the property, and now we had to go back and fix it. And recently, our buddy Ernie Hess came out with his tractor, helped us till up the land, all the ruts and all the wallows they made, to help us to be able to smooth it out so that we could overseed with some rye and fix the problems that we created. The other part of the field maintenance fail is this right here. We had to mow this land, which we don't mind doing. This is great pasture, but that's what we want it to be, pasture and not mowing. And we started off with no mower. We had an old 0 turn that would not have mowed even half of this. Our buddy Tommy let us borrow his grasshopper mower to get us through the spring and early summer. And then we bought our first major piece of equipment here on the farm, our Bad Boy ZT Avenger 60-inch 0-turn mower. It has been fantastic. It has tackled this whole season with a foot-high grass up to 3 to 4 feet tall, and just maneuvering some of the areas that we've had and we've run our pigs. It's really bumpy. You know, a lot of this grass used to just be hay fields, and we're trying to regenerate this land using the 0-turn. And where this video started is actually where it's going to end today, with our one big project that's going to lead us into 2026, and that's continuing to clean out the barn. We started this process last year just investigating, but this year it is our goal to get this barn up and moving, clean it out, rent a dumpster. Those are future videos that you guys are going to see. But the whole reason why we decided to do this was we have started opening up our farm to whoever wants to come in to take family photos. And we've talked a lot about future projects, agritourism, hosting some events here on the farm. But all of that starts with the barn. And this space is just absolutely awesome. But the problem is it is overgrown with trees. It's been neglected. We do have a power line right there, so we know that we can get power to it. There's just a lot of things that we need to get started, and cleaning up is the big one. So the goals for 2026 are continuing to raise our pastured poultry. We're going to continue to work on our mobile chicken coop that we hope to have that up and running with the new rollaway hen gear nesting box. Another big project we're going to start on is we want to bring in more animals. We don't know exactly which animal we want, but we want to graze this land and not just mow it. In order to do that, we need to increase our fencing and get our perimeter set, mainly to protect the animals and give us a peace of mind to know that we're doing everything we can to protect an animal before we bring it on this farm. And as we wrap up our 2025 year in review, we are so grateful and thankful for all of the successes, even the failures. Those are the things that you learn from. But the people that we have met throughout this year who have come to our farm, who have learned how to do the pasture-raised poultry, who've taken pictures, who have bought fresh pork or whole chickens from us, we are so thankful for those relationships that we are building. And we look forward to carrying that success into 2026. So stay tuned for future videos. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more projects on the farm. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in today, and we'll see you on the next video.